Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Radio Canada International reports that Canadian officials are implementing stricter travel and immigration measures for several Central African countries in response to a rapidly spreading Ebola outbreak. The federal government will pause the processing of certain immigration documents, including permanent and temporary residence visas, electronic travel authorizations, and study work permits for citizens of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, and South Sudan for at least 90 days. Officials emphasize this is a pause rather than an outright ban, and applications for individuals already in Canada or mid-travel will still be processed. Starting May 30, additional border measures under the Quarantine Act will require health assessments for Canadian citizens, permanent residents, and foreign nationals who have visited impacted countries in the previous 21 days. Those with symptoms will be hospitalized, while others must self-isolate for 21 days. While screening measures will be in place until August 29th, officials state the risk to Canadians remains low, and these actions are taken out of an abundance of caution. Canada will also deploy an expert to the DRC to assist with on-the-ground efforts. The current Ebola outbreak has seen over 1,000 suspected cases and hundreds of deaths, mostly in Congo, with 7 cases in Uganda. The World Health Organization Director General noted that delays mean teams are playing catch-up and the situation will get worse before it gets better. The U.S. has already imposed similar temporary bans, though blanket travel bans are discouraged by WHO's international health regulations. Infectious disease specialist Dr. Isaac Bogo stressed the importance of global cooperation to contain the outbreak. Enriched reports that the U.S. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, announced its moon base initiative on Tuesday, May 26, outlining ambitious plans to establish a sustained human presence near the moon's south pole. This endeavor is a key component of NASA's broader Artemis exploration program. During a news conference in Washington, D.C., officials detailed a comprehensive strategy and roadmap for developing crucial lunar infrastructure to facilitate long-term human exploration, scientific research, and commercial activities on the lunar surface. The moon base development is structured into 3 distinct phases. The first, extending through 2029, focuses on robotic exploration and technology demonstrations. The second, from 2029 to 2032, involves deploying early habitation, power, and communication systems. And the third phase, commencing after 2032, aims to solidify a sustained human presence and advance lunar resource utilization technologies. The lunar South Pole was chosen for its favorable extended periods of sunlight and stable thermal conditions, vital for solar power and operations. Additionally, its proximity to ancient terrain offers significant scientific value for understanding the Moon's and Earth-Moon systems' early history. NASA emphasized the moon base will serve as a hub for science, technology, and exploration, fostering an emerging lunar economy with the critical involvement of commercial and international partners. According to GG Press, the New York stock market experienced a mixed performance on May 26th, following a holiday break. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell for the first time in 4 trading days, closing down 118.02 points at $50,461.68. This decline was primarily attributed to lingering uncertainty surrounding ongoing talks between the United States and Iran aimed at ending their conflict. In contrast, the technology-heavy Nasdaq Composite Index demonstrated robust growth, advancing 312.21 points to close at a new all-time high of 26,656.18. The surge in Nasdaq was largely propelled by a strong performance in semiconductor stocks. The market's divergent reactions highlight the sensitivity of traditional industrial sectors to geopolitical tensions. while the tech sector continues to be buoyed by specific industry strength. Al Jazeera reports that a school in Gaza City has implemented a unique educational program, teaching children how to perform the entire Hajj pilgrimage. This initiative comes as Palestinians living in the Gaza Strip are facing severe travel restrictions imposed by Israel, preventing them from undertaking the annual pilgrimage to Mecca for a third consecutive year. The mini Hajj aims to ensure that the younger generation understands and connects with this fundamental religious obligation, despite being physically unable to participate in the actual journey. It highlights the community's efforts to maintain religious traditions amidst ongoing blockades to taken up and doubly. US-Iran negotiations for ending conflicts are showing new developments. President Trump has reportedly adopted a softer stance on the issue of enriched uranium, suggesting a compromise. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani stated that Iran is prepared to reach a dignified framework agreement to end the ongoing regional conflicts. Trump proposed that Iran's highly enriched uranium could be handed over to the U.S. for destruction or processed within Iran under international supervision. This represents a potential shift from his previous demands. Meanwhile, Iranian officials are actively seeking the unfreezing of $24 billion in overseas assets. The article from Tsingtao highlights these diplomatic efforts and potential breakthroughs in de-escalating regional tensions. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.